श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So yesterday we saw Bhagavad Pujya Padanam Abhiprayo Ayam Iritaha Anishnatadaya Bhashye Durapo Mandabuddhihi. See, whatever we saw in the previous shloka is what was explained by Bhagavan Bhashyakara in his commentary. But people who have no competence, Anishnatadaya, people who have no competence cannot understand the meaning of those words. Therefore, I have made it simple. That is what he said. Tadevam. Mandabuddhibhi, by people who are dullards. Tadevam. Yajnadana tavah karma natyajyamiti chapareti swapaksha sthavitah. There are two situations always. Swapaksha and another is parapaksha. Swapaksha is one's own philosophy which one follows. Parapaksha means from the standpoint of, from the viewpoint of others. So sometimes even while we teach Vedanta, we follow the parapaksha. What? Yes. Like when we explain about the creation, we say the creation is by the Ishvara. When we say the creation by Ishvara, Ishvara Srishti, what we mean really is not Vedanta Paksha. In Vedanta, there is a Parapaksha. Because when there is one non-dual self, where can there be the possibility of Ishvara's existence or the creation itself? So that itself, do you understand? That also is accepting the creation and accepting Ishvara, etc. are also Parapaksha, not Swapaksha in Vedanta. Okay, so we are not even going to the Sankhya Yoga, etc. Parapaksha. We are talking about our own Vedanta Parapaksha. Okay, now here Swapaksha, what is our own philosophy regarding the karma? Yajnadana tapa karma natyajamiti chapare. Yajna, dana, tapa, all these karma should never be given up. That is our standpoint. Idani tyajyam doshavati ke karma prahurmanishina iti parapakshasya. So now the opponent's view is the karmas like yajna, dana, tapa, etc. should be given up because they are endowed with defects. They are like defective things. So purokta tyaga traividya vyakshanena nirakaranam arabhate. So this parapaksha should be condemned. How is he going to condemn that? By establishing the tyaga to be of three types. Niyatasya tu sannyasah karmano navavadyate मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः. नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो न उपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः. नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः, नित्यस्य तु सन्न्यासः, नित्यकर्मणः सन्न्यासः. That is how you have to understand the karmas, nitya karmas. For that sannyasa is never possible. You can never renounce, you can never give up the nitya karmas. Moha tasya parityaga. Because of some delusion, if you are going to give up them, then tamasah parikirtita. That is counted to be in the tamasic karma. That's a tamasic activity. Okay. Kamyasya karmanaha antakarana shuddhi hetutva abhavena bandha hetutvena cha doshavatvat bandha nivritti hetur bodharthina kriyamanaha tyaga upadyate eva. See, kamya karma, with regards to karma, nitya karma should not be given up. Okay, but what about kamya karma? Kamya karma can be given up. Antakarana shuddhi hetutva abhavena, because it is not useful for purifying your mind. Therefore, bandha hetutvena cha, not just that, it is also cause for bondage. Therefore, doshavatvat, it is defective. Doshavatvat, bandha nivritti hetu bodharthina. People who desire to gain the knowledge to get rid of this bondage, for them, kriyamanaha tyaga upadyate. For them, giving up these karmas, that tyaga is quite possible. It is acceptable. Niyatasya tu nityasya karmanaha, niyatasya tu means nityasya karmanaha, shuddhi hetutvena adoshasya sannyasa tyagaha mukshunam antakarana shuddhyarthinam nopavadyate. But for the nitya karma cannot be given up. By whom? Shuddhyetutva. Why Shuddhyetutvena? It is because it has the quality to cleanse your mind, to purify your mind. Therefore, adoshasya, and there is no defect there. Therefore, sannyasa tyagaha mumukshunam antakarana shuddhyarthinam. Sannyasa tyaga for that, because sannyasa and tyaga are not, giving up and renouncing are not two different things. We have already established in the previous shloka. Therefore, that people who desire to cleanse, purify their mind, they, for them sannyasa navadhyate. Sannyasa, giving up them, renouncing them, is not acceptable. It is not possible. शास्त्रयुक्तिभ्याम तस्य अंतःकरण शुद्ध्यर्थम अवश्यम अनुष्ठेयत्वा. And through the shastra and yukti, we have already established that it is cause for purifying your mind. Therefore, people who desire to purify their mind should definitely follow it. Avashyam anushthayatva, should definitely perform it. That's achoktam prak. This is what we said earlier. Arurukshormuner yogam karma karanam uchyate. Arurukshoho arudhum ichuhu. Arudaha, yoga arudaha means person who has well established in the yoga, the liberated one. Yoga arurukshuhu means a person who desires to be established in yoga, meaning who desires to be liberated. That person, for that kind of muni, karma karanam uchyate. Karma is accepted to be a means. Okay? No. Now, earlier we said about the defect and all that, based on this Sankhya school, etc., in a general way. Now, that very idea is explicitly, very clearly presented here. No. Let us see. But there is a problem. The opponent asks, दोषवत्वं काम्यस्य इव नित्यस्यापि दर्शपूर्णमासयो ज्योतिष्ठोमादेहे व्रीहि पश्वादि हिंसा मिश्रितत्वेन सांख्यः अधीतम्. The Sankhyaans say like the kamya is defective, like the kamya karmas, the desire propelled karmas are defective. Similarly is the case for the nitya karmas, the daily routines, the compulsory karmas. Why? Because the karmas like Darsha Purnamasa, Jyotishtoma, etc., they have association with violence. What kind of violence? Violence for vrihi, violence for pashu, etc. Because the Sankhya Vitam, because the Sankhya, the karma says vrihin avahanti and Agnishtomiyam Pashum Alabhet, like that. There are shlokas. Agnishtomiyam Pashum Alabhet. In Agnishtoma Yaga, Agni and Soma, for both we perform this yaga. You have to use a Pashu, a cattle, a cow, it is said. And in Jyotishtoma Yaga, you have to use Vrihi, wheat. Okay, now you have to pound it, torture. You have to kill this cow, cut a particular portion of the cow and remove it for yaga, torture. So he says, therefore it is endowed with the defect of torturing, himsa. That is why he says, nacha vrihin avahanti agnishoviyam vashumalabhet ityadi visheshaviti. These are gained through the injunctions. They are specific special injunctions. These special injunctions, gocharatvad kratvartha himsayaha कर्तृत्व हिंसायाः न हिंस्यात् सर्वभूतानि इति सामान्य निषेधस्य तत् इतर परत्वमिति सांप्रतम. It is not right. Nacha सांप्रतम. It is not right to say that. What is not right? Understand this. We have two statements. Vrihin avahanti, you have to pound the wheat. Agnishtomiyam pashumalabhet, you have to cut a cow for this Agnishtomiya yaga. Okay. Now, these are special rules. And there is a general rule, which is Nahimsyat Sarva Bhutani. These are special rules which are applicable only in the yaga. And the general rule is something which is everywhere. Everywhere means everywhere where. So we have to understand what does that everywhere means. The itara parattam, you have to understand it to mean something else. Like what? See. We do this, follow this general and specific rules in the world also. Like we have this rule: when red light says when there is red light, it says stop. When you see a red light on a traffic, it means you have to stop the vehicle. That is the rule. Some people like the ambulance, like a minister or some top official, president or something, or a president of some other country, even if there is red light, they don't stop. Even the Swiggy and the Zomato delivery people, they also don't stop in red light. So there is always an exception there. So there is a general rule and there are exceptions, which is specific rule. Though red light says stop, these people who have red light on top of their car, they won't stop. They may not stop. That is the rule. So that is a special rule. So general rule don't apply to the specific special rules. That is why it's anatha. Don't say this. Why? भिन्न विषयत्वेन विधि निषेधयोः विधि निषेधयोः अबाधेनैव समावेश संभवात्. Because they are two different things. We are not even saying that. What we say is this injunction and this negation, they are both of different class. They can stay at the same place at the same time. No issue here. They are not so you don't bring in vidhi and there is nisheda, there is injunction, there is negation. They are both contrary to each other. No. Injunction is applicable in some place and the negation is applicable in some other place. Therefore, they can coexist. There is no issue there. That is why he says, vidhi nishedayoho abadhenaiva, without even negating each other, samavesh sambad, they can coexist. Nishedena purushasya anarthayetu himsa iti abhihitam, natu akratvartata saiti. Vidhina cha kartvartata saiti abhihitam, natu anarthayetu niti. See. What does vidhi say and what does negation say? What does injunction say and what does negation say? Vidhi says, injunction says, it is a cause for it is something which is applicable in the vidhi. This statement which you gain through the injunction is applied in the yaga, in the kratu, in the karma. It does not talk about no, vidhi says purusha, this is cause for problem, trouble for the purusha, but it does not say it is not a part of karma. Na through akratvartha saiti. It does not say it is not part of karma. But whereas vidhi say, first that is what I am confused with. Nishedhena, first nishedha says nishedha, this is negation. Nishedha says purushartha anartha hetu himsa iti. It is going to cause a trouble for purusha, that it says, but it does not say this is not applicable in a karma. It is part of a karma. It does not negate it is not it as part of karma. It is accepting it as part of karma, but it also says it is going to cause trouble for this person who performs it. But whereas vidhi says it is part of karma and it does not say there is no cause for trouble later. It does not say. It says it is part of karma. That's all. The nisheda says does not say it is not a part of karma. So that is the difference. In both places there is anartha hetu is there. That anartha hetu is specifically established in the nisheda, which is not specifically established in the vidhi. That is the idea. Tathacha kratu upakarakatva purusha anartha hetutvayoho ekatra sambhavat. See, therefore, usefulness in karma and usefulness, non-usefulness for the purusha, person. Usefulness for the karma and non-usefulness for the purusha, person. Utility in the karma, non-utility for the person. So these can coexist. Sambhavat, ekatra sambhavat. Since it can coexist in the same place, therefore, कर्तुर्था अपि हिंसा निषेधेन निषिद्धा एव इति हिंसा युक्तं दर्शपूर्णमास ज्योतिष्ठोमादि सर्वं दुष्टमेव. Therefore, कर्तुर्था अपि हिंसा. Therefore, even since it can coexist, even the himsa which is part of kartu should be negated, should be prohibited. Therefore, this Jyotishtoma, etc., which is endowed with violence, which is endowed with problem, they should be given up. They are defective. Therefore, they should be given up. वीतस्यापि निषिद्धत्वं निषिद्धस्यापि च विहितत्वं शेनादिवत् उपपन्नमेव. We can see in the world an injunction can be prohibited, a prohibition can be gained as injunction. What? Prohibition can be gained as injunction? Yes. Like shenena abhicharan yajeta, it is a prohibited yaga, but yajeta, there is a vidhi. Abhichara yaga is a killing yaga. You instead of giving a super, you instead of paying somebody a contract killer money, you are using this yaga to kill the person. So, but killing is not accepted anywhere, but it is gained as a vidhi. So he says, yathahi, he is giving an example. Yathahi shenena abhicharan yajeta ityadi abhichara vidhina. There is a vidhi, yajeta, yaj and ta. So there is a vidhi pratyaya there. Ta is a vidhi suffix, as an injunction suffix. Therefore he says, this vidhi vihitopi, though it is prescribed by the shastra, शेनादि हिंसा शेनादि न हिंस्यात् सर्वभूतानि इति निषेध विषयत्वात्. This shena, what does it do? It kills another person. So na himsyat sarvabhutani, that's a general rule. It comes to under the general rule, under the umbrella of general rule. Therefore anarthetureva, therefore it is going to cause only trouble later. तद दोष सहिष्णोः एव च रागद्वेषादि वशीकृतस्य तत्र अधिकारः. If Veda is prescribing, then who is eligible for that karma? Then if nobody is eligible for that karma, what is the use of prescribing that karma? If you ask, then we say, no, only a person who is afflicted by the desire, hatred, etc. for a person, not to kill a person, then that kind of a person who is dosha sahishnuh, who is who can comfortably accept the defects, who can comfortably accept the defects. Those people, because he is afflicted by desire, hatred, etc., that person, only for him there is eligibility. Even Jyotishtoma Madhavi. In the same way, Jyotishtoma, etc., a person who is capable of accepting the defects which he begets because of killing the cow, etc., only he is eligible for those karmas. Tathacha uktam Mahabharata. That is why it is said in Mahabharata. What does Mahabharata say? Japastu sarvadharmebhyah paramo dharma uchyate ahimsayahi bhutanam japayajnah pravartate iti. Japayajna means chanting the name of Lord. That is accepted to be the superior dharma, superiorest dharma than any other dharma. Why? Because there is no himsa there. You are not going to trouble anyone through japa. Therefore, it is accepted to be superior karma. Manunapi, even Manusmruti says the same thing. Japyenaiva samsiddhyet brahmano natra samshayah kuryadanyatra va kuryad maitro brahmana uchyate. Japyenaiva samsiddhyet. One should accomplish things through the japa itself. Brahmana should accomplish. Brahmana accomplishes his whatever he desires to japa itself. There is no doubt regarding this. Whether he does anything or does not do anything outside of this japa, it does not really matter, because Brahmana is that Brahmin is accepted to be Maitra. Maitri karna mudita upekshanam sukadukha punyamunya vishayanam bhavanatas chitta prasanam. That Maitra is what is said as that Maitri is what is said as Maitra. Maitra, friendliness. Iti vadata Maitri. Maitri means friendliness. Friendliness, where do you have this friendliness? When you don't apply violence towards someone. So ahimsa, Maitri means ahimsa, where you practice non-violence. Prashamsata, it is extolling, it is praising the Maitri, it is praising the non-violence. Himsayaha dushtatvam eva pratipaditam. Therefore, if it is praising the non-violence, means it is saying the violence is bad, violence is defective. Antakaran shuddhisched Suddhischa idrishena Gayatri Japadina Sutaram Uvadsate iti himsadi doshashtatam jyotishtomadi nityam karma dosha ashaishnuna shenadigameva karma adhikarina api tyajam. See, if you desire only for the purity of mind, that purity of mind can be gained through Gayatri Japa, etc. When it can be gained through Gayatri Japa, etc., then if it is possible through Gayatri, etc. Japa, then why do you want to perform these defective, violence endowed, Shena Yaga, etc.? So he says, Nityam Karma Dosha Aishnu, person who is not comfortable with the defects, he should not practice the, like he does not practice the Shena, etc. Similarly, he should not practice the Jyotishtoma, etc., even though he may be eligible to perform that. Iti tyajam. Therefore, he should have to give them up also. Jyotishtoma also, like Shena Yaga. Iti prapte brahma. This is what the opponent says. The Sankhya school says. For that, we Vedanti say, iti, in this situation, we say, na kartvartata himsa anartha hetuhu vidhi sprishtehe nishedha anavakashat. First itself, we are making things clear. If a himsa, a violence, is inside the purview of a kratu, a karma, it is not defective. It is not going to bring in unconducive result, non-conducive result. When there is a vidhi, when there is an injunction cannot be afflicted by a prohibition. You say prohibition has injunction and injunction has prohibition. This is not possible. Any injunction cannot be afflicted by a prohibition. Injunction is a Jyotishtomena Sarukame Jeta or Jyotishtomena Pashumalabheta. That is injunction. Prohibition is a Nahimsyat Sarva Bhutani. This injunction cannot be afflicted by that prohibition. That is the idea. Okay? No, that's ahi. How do you say this? I'll explain. Vidina. Balavat Ichcha Vishya Sadhanata Bodha Rupa Pravartanam Kurvata. So what does vidhi do? What does injunction do? Injunction propels you, pushes you. Pravartana means it propels you, it pushes you, it prods you to perform a karma. Balavat Ichcha Vishya Sadhanata Bodha Rupa. What does it propel you to? Something which you very much like. That is what the prodding which the vidhi does. Vidhi just pushes you, prods you to perform whichever you desire the most. Kurvata. Anartha sadhane tadu anupatte. And in the anartha sadhana, in the means which are not going to be conducive for you, that prodding is not possible. Even if someone pushes you to walk on the fire, you will say no. Even if somebody says no, no means no. That is what it is. So, but Veda says, so this fellow will do. No, even if Veda says, we have seen, even if parents says, even if the teacher says, study, we don't study. So similarly, even if the Veda says it, you do this, if it is not conducive for us, if you don't want the result, why will we do it? So he says, स्वविषय तद अनुभवते स्वविषयस्य प्रवर्तना गोचरस्य अनर्थ साधनत्व अभावो अपि अर्थदापि आक्षिप्यते. Because if you want something, it implies, if you desire something, it implies that there is no trouble later. You want something, but that even if you want something, you won't do things which are going to bring troubles later. Like you want money. Bank has a lot of money. Why don't you steal a bank? If you are going to steal a bank, what happens? You are going to, if you are arrested, you are going to be thrown into the jail. So therefore, even if you definitely desire a lot of money, you will perceive this later defect. Therefore, you won't do it. That is it. It is given. It is a given thing that it should not bring me danger later. That is why he says tena. Because of that, vidhi vishayasya na anarthayatutvam yujyate. Because therefore, if there is an injunction, you cannot associate it with some undesired results. Okay? No. Nahi. Karturthatvam sakshat vidyartha. See, the vidhi, the injunction does not directly imply the karma. Yena virodho nasyat kintu pravartanaiva. Because of which there is no contradiction, you say. That may be contradiction because the vidhi does not directly imply the karma, but it only implies the injunction, only implies the prodding. It only guides you to, it only prods you. It does not put you into the karma. After studying injunction, if you are interested, it just prods you. Okay, you are interested and there is this. Go ahead. Only that kind of thing the Vidhi injunction can say. It cannot make you do it. Because pravartana karma bhutatu purusha pravrti. Because after the prodding, the effort which you do, the action which you perform is under the purview of your vision. Your wish and your vision. If you want, you can do it. If you don't want, you need not do. Kartum akartum anyatha kartum viparitaya kartum tashakyate. That is what purusha pravrti is. You can either do, you cannot do, you can do it otherwise, you will not do it anyway. So that is why he says purusharthameva vishi kurvati kvachit kratum api purushartha sadhanatvena purushartha bhavam apannam vishi karoti iti anyat. So purusha pravrti, what does purusha pravrti expect? What does the activity of a person expect? Purusha arthameva, something which is conducive to him. Vishi kurvati, only that it is a objectifying. It has in his vision only that which is conducive for himself. Kvachit kratumapi purusharth sadhanatvena. Sometimes what happens, he wants the results and this karma is conducive to gain that result. Therefore, that means also becomes a desirable object. Therefore, purushartha bhava apannam vishi karoti iti anyata. That is the only idea. Okay, that's a different thing. See, he wants the result for that and he desires that result, and for that result this becomes a means. Therefore, that means also he desires. Only that. He does not desire the means, he desires only the result. So because he wants the result, he desires the means also. That is the idea here. Okay, purusha pravrittischa बलवद इच्छा उपादान दशायां जायमानाः न भाव्यस्य अर्थ हेतुमा क्षिपति नव अनर्थ हेतुतां प्रतिक्षिपति. See, if the person is involved, if the person's activity is completely under the spell of a great desire, this is what I want. If he is completely under the spell of the great desire, then he will not even think about whether it is going to be bring me bad or good. No, whether it is going to be conducive later or non-conducive later. That is why you see people stealing things. That is why you see people killing people. Because they don't foresee the future problems. At that moment, they want this thing to be resolved. So, iti kintu. But what do they do? यथा प्राप्तम एव अवलंबते बलवद इच्छा विषये स्वत एव प्रवृत्तेः स्वर्गादौ विधि अनपेक्षणात्. So whatever is available there at that moment for gaining their end goal, the result, they will use that. Like they want swarga for heaven, and there is no vidhi necessary, there is no injunction, desire the heaven. No, I want heaven because heaven is accepted to be something where everything is only good. There is nothing bad. So everyone desires heaven. So for that desirable heaven, if something is there, some means is there, I am going to take it. Ata'eva, that is why Bhitashyena palasyapi shatruvadharupasya abhijarasya anarthayatutvam upadyate eva palasya vidhijanya pravritti vishayatva abhavat. See, that is why even in the Shena yaga is abhichara yaga which kills your enemy. Though you desire the killing of enemy only, that does not mean that vidhi of Shena is not going to bring you some bad results later. This is going to definitely bring you bad results because that is not part of the vidhi. That end result, that later result is not part of that vidhi. Vidhi is only going to prod you, push you to perform that because you want this and it is there. The means is there. So, vidhijanya pravritti vishayam tu dhartvartha rupam karanam pravartana avalambate. The pravritti, the activity which you are involved in, that which is gained through the vidhi, the injunction, is only the dhatvartha, ejeta. How? I should have to do yaga. Only that it limits itself to. The injunction limits itself to the root word, which is eja, over. It does not go beyond that. So iti pravartana avalambate eva. Therefore for the means it is going to prod you, it is going to push you to perform those karmas. साच अनर्थयेतुं न विषयीकरोति इति विशेष विधि बाधितं सामान्य विधि निषेध वाक्यं रागद्वेषादि मूल अक्रत्वर्थत्व लौकिक हिंसा विषयम्. Therefore, as we said earlier, we have to understand it to mean different. He said nacha sampradam, don't say that. For that we are giving the proper answer. Anarthayetum na vishyikaroti, it is not going to objectify the bad results which we are non-conducive results which we are going to gain later. Vishesha vidhi badhitam samanya nishedha vakyam, this special vidhi by which the samanya nishedha vakya, the general statement na himsyat sarvabhutani, which is negated, that is because raga dveshadi moola akratvatva. Where do you apply that? It is based on desire, hatred, but it is not something which is expected in the karma. Therefore it is only laukika. The general rule only is for the world. The specific rule is with relationship to the karma. General rule is with relationship to the world. That is how you understand. Tena, because of which shena अग्निशोमीयोः वैषम्यात् उपन्नम अदुष्टत्वं ज्योतिष्टोमादि. Therefore there is a contradiction with shena and agnishomiya. They are not same, they are different, entirely different. Jyotishtoma, shena yaga, they are both entirely different. Therefore adushtatvam jyotishtoma. Jyotishtoma is not defective. Shena yaga, which is defective because it is going to bring you bad results later. Vidhisprishtamapi nisheda vishayatve. If you are going to say, no, we said even the injunction is afflicted by the prohibition. If it is going to be so, then what will happen? Shodashi granasya atyanartha hetutva apattir na adiradre shodasham granati iti visheda. If the injunction is going to be afflicted by negation, then a simple statement atiratre shodashanam grunhati will be afflicted by the defector, because there is another statement natiratre shodashanam grunhati. First you have to understand there is a karma in which atiratra karma in which there is a patra called shodashi patra. Should we accept the shodashi patra or not? A statement says you should have to accept the shodashi patra. Another karma says vessel, it's a vessel kind of, okay. So another statement says no, you should not accept the vessel called shodashi. So which there is a choice here. That is what it implies. If it says you should have to accept this vessel called shodashi, or if you say you should not accept the vessel called shodashi. Now here there is a how do you understand this? Because they are both contradictory. You use, you don't use. So we say there is a choice. Choice of what? When we have, we use. When we don't have, you don't use. No, that is not how you choose here. If you choose one, that stays for you rest of your life. If you say I will use this vessel called shodashi for this karma, then it sticks with you for the whole life. You have to use for every karma you perform. This whenever you perform the atiratra, you have to use the shodashi patra. If you say I don't use shodashi patra, this vessel called shodashi, then you will never use it in any atiratra yaga. That is how it is. There is a choice which you stick to. Now if you don't accept it as choice, there is an injunction, there is a negation. Then since there is an injunction and negation, injunction is endowed with negation, therefore you are going to only gain a non-conducive result, even if you accept according to the Veda. Tasma, therefore, na kinchid etaditi bhatam darshanam. Therefore, you should not say these stupid kind of things. Injunction is afflicted within prohibition, etc. This is not accepted by the Bhatta school. Bhatta school means Kumarila Bhatta. The followers of Kumarila Bhatta is Bhatta. We Vedantins are also followers of Bhatta school. There is another school in Purvamimamsa itself, Parabhakaram tu darshanam, because this is something which is the forte of Purvamimamsa. So we are bringing the other school of Purvamimamsa, which is Prabhakara, Guru Mata we call it. प्राभाकरं तु दर्शनं. What does he say? फलसाधने रागत एव प्रवृत्ति सिद्धेः न नियोगस्य प्रवर्तकत्वम्. See, for the end result, for a result, any result, your desire itself is enough. There is no need for any injunction there. तेन शेनस्य रागजन्य प्रवृत्ति विषयत्वेन विधेः औदासीन्यात् न तस्य अनर्थहेतुत्वं विधिना प्रतिक्षिप्यते. Because of which you want to kill a person and there is a shena yaga which is helping you to do that. Only you limit yourself to that. You don't have to associate yourself with the later result of anartha. The vidhi is not going to, the injunction is not going to associate itself with the good or bad results of the later. It is only going to be associated with the desired result which is there immediately. Therefore, अग्निशोमीय हिंसायां तु कर्तृर्थ अंगभूतायां फल साधनत्व अभावेन राग अभावात् विधिः एव प्रवर्तकः. Now, with respect to अग्निशोमीय यागा, there it is said you have to kill this cattle. There कर्तृंग भूता, it is a part of the karma. Therefore, fala sadhanatva bhavena, there is no desire oriented possibility for the end result there. There is no association with that killing of cattle with your desire for the end result. Therefore, raga bhava, there is no possibility of desire. You don't desire, I should kill a cattle in this. No. You kill a cattle incidentally because you desire the swarga which is gained, which is possibly gained through this Agni Shoma Yaga, for which this killing of cattle is a anga, is a limb. Therefore, vidhireva pravartata. Therefore, the injunction is directly connecting you with the end result. Such स्वविषयस्य अनर्थहेतुतां प्रतिक्षिपति इति प्रधानभूता हिंसा अनर्थं जनयति न कर्तृर्थता इति न हिंसा मिश्रत्वेन ज्योतिष्टोमादेः दुष्टत्वमिति सममेव. Therefore, स्वविषयस्य अनर्थहेतुतां प्रतिक्षिपति इति, it is going to contradict the end result, the later result, which is anartha, when you practice this. Therefore, pradhana bhuta himsa anartham janayati na kritvartha. Only the main himsa, only the violence which is directly associated with your desire is cause for sorrow later, not the violence which is indirectly associated with your desire. So therefore, na himsa mishratvena, therefore it is not associated with any later non-conducive result. Therefore, jyotishthomadehe dushtattamiti samamiva, na tushtattamiti. Therefore, jyotishtoma etc. is not defective. That is like the killing of a person, like killing of cattle is not defective because it is not part of your desire. Etavad matre tu vishesha. This is the only difference between the normal killing and the specific killing in the karma. Chodana lakshana artho dharma. This is the definition for dharma. Chodana lakshana artho dharma. Prayojanavat artho dharma. That is how he says. Chodana lakshana, the one which is gained through the injunction of the Veda. Chodana lakshana. That which is going to give you a conducive result later, artha, that is what is dharma. That which is going to give you conducive result later, that which is gained through the injunction of the Veda is dharma. Now, iti ityatra artha pada vyavartyatvena adharmatvam. If you are going to remove the artha, then what happens? It is adharma. If it is not going to be conducive, then it is going to be non-conducive. Non-conducive means it is not dharma. Therefore, shenadehe pravakaramate, which is what is the situation with the shena, because shena is not going to bring you conducive results. It is adharma. Bhattamadetu, but in this is according to the school of Prabhakara. But in the school of Bhatta, what do they say? Kumaral Bhatta says, shena phalasya eva abhicharasya anartha hetutvad adharmatvam. Shena result itself is abhichara, the karma. And that itself is adharma. That abhichara yaga itself is adharma. There for him it is not conducive, therefore it is adharma. For here, whereas shena itself is avichara, avichara is adharma. Therefore, shenasya tu shena falasya, the phala is going to be anartha, but shena itself vihitasya, it is enjoined, it is injunction, gained as an injunction. Therefore, samihitat samasadhanasya dharmatvam. That is dharma. Shena yaga is dharma, but only the result is non-conducive, therefore it is adharma. But in Bhatta Mata, if you are going to remove the artha, then there is anartha. If you are going to differentiate yourself from artha, then it is going to be anartha, which is adharma. That is what they say. Artha pada vyavartyatvam tu kalanja bhakshanadehe nishiddhasya eva iti phalato. And artha pada vyavartyatva, which they said, that happens only in the kalanja bhakshana, etc. Nisheda vakya. Na kalanjam bhakshet. You should not eat a kalanja. Kalanja means a meat which is gained after killing an animal using a poisoned arrow. Kalanja means the meat which is gained by killing an animal using poisoned arrow. So that nisheda, only there, this artha vyavartya, this artha pada, the word artha is separated, it's differentiated. That there it becomes adharma. Phalato anartha hetutvena tu sishtanam shenado na dharmatvena vyavaharha. Since it is not going to give you immediately even something which is conducive, therefore the shishta means the people who follow the Vedas, the people who accept the Vedas, they say it is not dharma. Taduktam, this is what is said. Phalatopi yat chayat karma na anarthena anubadhyate keva priti hetutva tad dharma iti kachyate. Even if it is not going to associate yourself with some unconducive, non-conducive results later, that kind of karma which you desire is accepted to be dharma. That is what is said. Iti kachyate. Okay, we'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.